Hello, and welcome to Mission Earth. I'm your captain, and it is my mission to read all the best books here on Earth to learn more about you humans. Now, today I thought we would read a book about someone who stands out and is a little bit different. As an alien myself, I know a little something about standing out. Today we are going to read a great book called Bob the Artist. It's about a little bird who finds himself being talked about by others because he's a little bit different than everyone else. To learn more about this great book written by Marion Deuchars, I thought I'd bring a good friend. Everyone, please welcome Teacher Phil.
Hey, Captain.
Hello, Teacher Phil.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, and I'm noticing now that you look a lot like the main character of our book today.
What do you mean?
Well, Bob the Artist is all black, and you are dressed in all black, but Bob has a red nose.
It's a beak.
Right, your beak is not red.
No, he has a beak, and I have a nose.
Oh, I didn't know that birds don't have noses. It's hard for me to know with your animals on Earth what the difference is. But now I know, thanks to Teacher Phil. And I think if we take a look at the read-along that Teacher Phil did backstage, we can learn more about Bob the Artist. Please have a listen.
Let's read Bob the Artist. What a beautiful day for a walk on my fine legs, said Bob. Eek! Look at those skinny legs, said Cat. Ooh, look at that funny stick walk, said Owl. Oh, how puny your legs are, cried the other birds. This teasing made Bob very sad. Bob's skinny legs. Then Bob had an idea. I'll exercise my legs bigger. But that did not work. I know, I'll eat my legs bigger. So Bob ate and ate and ate. But that did not work. His next plan was simple. I'll dress up to hide my legs. But he felt ridiculous. Bob went for a long walk. Bob was inspired. Bob had a brilliant idea. He got his paints out and started to color his beak. On Monday, he painted like Matisse in beautiful, colorful patterns. Ooh, how exquisite! A genius! Incredible! Such daring, amazing color! Stupendous! Brilliant! A work of art! Said Owl. On Tuesday, Bob painted his beak in bright splatters like the painter Jackson Pollock. Wow, what an incredible beak, said Cat. And so now, every day, Bob paints his beak in a different way. Bob loves showing off his wonderful beak designs. He doesn't worry about his skinny legs anymore. In fact, he is now rather proud of them. And sometimes Bob even likes to leave his beak red. What an elegant walk, said Owl. Great legs, said Cat. How minimal. The
Wow, Teacher Phil, what an incredible book, and you read it so well. But I'm wondering, why do all the other animals talk so much about Bob?
The other animals talk about Bob because they think his legs are too skinny.
And of course, if we look at the other birds, then we can see that they do not have skinny legs.
Right.
So he's very different.
Yeah, he wants to fit in.
But he's very unique in his own way. Not only does he have skinny legs, but his beak is red, while everyone else has an orange beak.
You're right.
So why does he want to change himself?
I think he wants to change himself because the teasing made him feel really sad. So he wants to turn his skinny legs bigger.
Oh, that's right. Well, he does try that by eating, going to the gym, hiding his skinny legs. But that's not what he does. He doesn't try to fit in at last because he goes to the art gallery. And then he decides to paint himself on his beak. How does this work?
Well, that's a great question. So changing his beak and painting it draws attention away from his skinny legs to his beak. He changes the conversation from his legs being too skinny to now his beak that they think is now wonderful and some might say even a work of art.
Some might say indeed, and in fact, I would say not only is Bob's beak a work of art, but Bob the artist is a great work of art. But enough about Bob the artist. Teacher Phil, I want to know more about you. Have you ever done something to change yourself for others? Or do you think it is right to change yourself for others?
I think it's important to make this choice on your own and change yourself if you really want to do it for yourself.
Oh, okay. So that's a great answer. But this brings up another question. I want to know, have you ever changed yourself to make yourself more comfortable?
Well, to be honest, like Bob, my legs are also really skinny. So I do many things to try to improve myself. I style my own hair. I wear clothes that I feel very comfortable in. And I also go to the gym.
I see. I'm thinking that someone wants to be Bob the artist, and that someone is Teacher Phil. Well, it has been great reading this book with you, Teacher Phil, but I'm feeling inspired. This book makes me feel good on the inside, but like Bob, I also want to feel good on the outside. So I was thinking that we could paint ourselves. I can use this face paint, and I can paint you with red.
It's my
And
favorite
then
color.
you, after I have painted your whole face with maybe some other colors, then you can paint me, and then we can have a look. What do you think?
Captain, I'm quite comfortable with how I look right now. So
Are you sure?
maybe next time. I promise, next time. So.
Teacher Phil, everybody. You know, I learned something today. Sometimes people are going to talk about you, and you're not always going to like what they have to say. But that's okay. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable with yourself. Whether that is standing out or blending in with everybody else so that you are just like them. That's your choice to make. But what I want to know from you is, what do you prefer to do? Do you like to stand out? What do you do to stand out? Or do you prefer to blend in? How do you blend in? Well, tune in next time for more stories brought to life. I'm beautiful.